asotwea oko Spain a omode ne ekwakotu no afe baako ana for 3 solid years nso anya ade obetimi akọ stadium bia akọhwe football we asotwea omo ede amano sansem we esi last February 2023 enti afe na asotwe no enso atimi aba Hans Flick Barca manager ana obo Jules Koundé Barca defender free France no obo about say every single opportunity we benya bia no o give no 100% star players ni bi ana Barca here eno nti ana no Hans Flick no offers opportunity we abo Jules Koundé abaso also oye leader ogina park no so a nyese oye squad member okom commanded the address say obia enso enye ne ho and Federico Chiesa enya the first start e Liverpool aso ye na enra omoche West Ham eshomo 5-1 no and Arne Slot coach Emma Liverpool na obo ye Chiesa baso say gradually o integrate afen and all certainty and chakra Premier League games no benya akonya na wotimi abobi ede ama Liverpool nti enra modern mono na e was ropa ye ka players omonyo mo start e omo new clubs no na okwas na so ya Raheem Sterling one of them Sterling every Chelsea by na fe no start game enra almost winning 5-1 against club enema efama mo bottom wonders na Sterling and Mikel Arteta say level na ohese Sterling e bedu no gradually afe ana odru ho na o show glimpses o kire niema kakra bi obetimi ayenti wa kire ade ketua bi awati wa ball no ni mu bopa nemom afe de waba oye kotofoforo enti na o se onyan ntubu ase kakra nemom eno a o kire nkofo kakra woni mu a obeye ede abo Arsenal omo football club no ebekai Sergio Rico goalkeeper ekunya nkwanhia oko holidays na okotehweye na otwiponko ice skating yi na je se sunu magro na odibi no collapse so tenafie eche na recover no se wonya new club enti ko Saudi Arabia na wasaine ede ama Al Gharafa ho an club as saying Sergio Rico ekokoda go ede amomon Miralem Pjanic former player Emma FC Barcelona Juventus Roma any Olympic Lyon says so Russia was signing deal at the ama CSKA Moscow CSK Moscow a Russian league no ho and as say the afeba ko sign ya okosina kan at the amom only gonna so share Man United legend wa coach club and people say sakonya ba obeba asema ne bi ma na anasu no say coach bi adwuma ayam pempi no on ologo na so share obese obe comment efa that coaching job nenso no kre and say obe bi na pono or the inside be so opportunity to say twetwe sakonya ba say on return to United as a coach because United a club and then akoma so pa Benoit Badie Shell defender sina kan e match say ball no onya bimbo ama clubs a wodo bin so nya na omo epe ya say Inter Milan enya Badie Shell omo enso epe Roy Keane Man United great no ana to be amane Arsenal and Mikel Arteta also say ball phone na second half of boy against Man City no Sankan Tony Pulis Sam Allardyce Steve Bruce no Walcott na Warnock and the Cobos are born now kebedu matempa nemum ena Mikel Arteta nsi yese football brilliance ye bona baso meanwhile ye nsem hunu pa ena Arsenal edi ye ball mo bon le second half no na ensu ani kra Luis Suarez the new hairstyle aba na Trinity no ena wa die no as ash color na red kakra ewumo yi Inter Miami player no o kire se all fashion sense say the haircut or the aba eno no Paulo Fonseca AC Milan manager ena original modern bar omo boy last Sunday ewo the Milan derby omochi Inter ehwemu 2-1 ose sa momentum na Inter any AC boy ya AC for na gada no omo fa sa performance na entua so consistency very key yes omo ahye omo rivals Inter next match omo kwa draw anam kwa lose ne kwan so omo blow hot and cold this weekend AC and leche and aibo Alvaro Morata ya say ne ho sheda enfa no ni pra no sila ne sheda enko nti concern kakra ema AC Milan omo football club no Oheneba wadaroma awiade aya ne nche ho papa na po ene na apo nti nyina wi so na enko focus nsem no yemfansi
o ebeda se Tony Montana mano ne nsama odo a wodi abrɛ yɛn extra time dwumedie so yɛbɛdan ho abasima kakra bi ba the local stories a wodi aboboa no enyina bebromo Kessben television and ahwe wotie nka 93.3 ye dan ho abasisi ana yato adwumedie ne so. Ne ena draw no ebeto dwa group no sei ena esitie. Group A no eye Togo, Niger, Ghana ena Benin ena group A. Group B no eye Nigeria, Burkina Faso, host nation la Côte d'Ivoire. We ene WAFU B under 20 championship eba because group A no eye Togo, Niger, Ghana and then Benin, and then group B no eye Nigeria, Burkina Faso and then Côte d'Ivoire. Desmond Ofe or then Mantien no kwakopiemu la Côte d'Ivoire. Ghana your first game ebebaso on the 17th of October and a Ghana your boy first game against Benin. Your born the 17th of October your second game is on the 20th of October. Ghana and Niger and ebebo. Your boy we pay your third game is against Togo and ebebaso 23rd of October. We WAFU Zombie and the 20 championship bekoso wo my friend la Côte d'Ivoire yentoa so that story sam wo bekia na honorable sports minister ekopiemu parliamentary select committee for sports na okopiemu no mobisa ne se onjindi say wono na the west ministers a womaba sports mu nyina no wono the west minister onjintum sam eno na nam so ma the sports minister di tudwa so no onjin tum so be catch so the west sports minister parameters ben and oni pakro be use data ben and oni pakro use a wo be catch and say the west minister waba aye Ghana ye sports mu eno no honorable Woyomi was minister no on the west minister na nyeme nkoye under na demonstration also fa aye GF ni nkwana say football nkwa o ye failure e wo ho we ene nsem a Mekase Honorable Woyomi or a parliamentary select committee member what they atuja and for the sports minister no. Our junior teams, for example, when it comes to football, haven't done anything in terms of qualifying. I mean, it's like when you look at the performance of all the national teams, from the under 17 up to the Black Stars. You know, and you ask yourself, you just suppose that
to other regimes, you realize that there's very little to show for. And if you look at this whole thing, and I'm sure the colleague was able to put that clearly out there for him to see, but then he was trying to justify. That's why I was telling you that I agree in the sense that the performances of our national teams, it's so abysmal, very, very, very abysmal. I mean, we haven't recorded such low points in our football, and that is when we are also getting a lot of bad names. That's when our rankings have become so low on the FIFA rankings. We even on the continental rankings we have dropped so significantly. And so if nothing is bad, what about this one? And so it's clear. And I was saying the minister was just defensive, and then just trying to let everyone know, oh, you don't have statistics. There are things about to show, look, it is the fruits is the fruits of it, you know. And then remember you upload the measures you took. Good, then we applaud you. But if you've taken measures and bring in the right fruits for all of us to applaud you, I mean, clearly you have failed.
Clearly you have failed. Where and someone honorable Wayomi or dear to Jawchim Dintia or GDS honorable sports minister Yusuf Mustafa or failure. Was a sports media oba a chichu Ghana football and a 17 team Omukwa Nye from an 17 team Black Stars performance no a war formed national teams in a modern more form Sansona FIFA ranking Tiani yeti eco form and also enkoye enfamano African so debi enkoye clubs no kwa enkoye into GDS said the sports minister ne where ye failure into parameters na and as a data a chesa onya dia we and in summer honorable Wayomi Parliamentary Select Committee for Sports were they at to the Stephen Beidou, were a former Black Stars player. What's the coaches Sawo Dwa, woman coaching national teams a yentu mokano, Momon Trase, woman contract, Momon Trase, Wambra Motimbeka, so much media womo yenu, yentu moka, dance or mobile din, no media show.
Because Argentina, we a national team coach. Nothing in you cannot speak. Then we should just leave it like that. Because so mamie wuna sa also wada. And yes, I know so be a corner mammy chair. Oh no, we never been caught. What you say? Yeah. The only thing is, if you are afraid to be fired, then that is where the problem comes. Because in Tiaoka, now we say minka meteo. Then we all as well be quiet. Because service have been paying forces we yemi or yana sawan we will see and so be a mobile. Yeah. And yes, sir. You have to speak out. In this only contract. Now you in Tiaoka. That's what you was say. Service coach na ya fair. Wosu wa juma wako siano wa boka koye courses ni adia enu na wosu woye edi. Now say in Tiaoka na se menka. Now I mean come on. Sabi na enyanse womni die hi. Obi na mbeka mawo. Obi nume duro ma yarefo. Wo na wo ni contract na yen Tiaoka no. You speak. When they ask you, you talk about it. If they fire you because yen Tiaoka na you know, like definitely you cannot just go out there and start talking, say yen Tiamika. Assembly di assemba. In common in Komoba. Say be up banner say openly, they ask you these things. That's a wood to me, say yes. Honestly, I am trying to serve the nation, but I don't have a contract. They don't even pay me for some time now. Well, I'm only doing it for the sake of the love of the country. I'm fine. Then even that one, one way or the other, you have said it. But what's in my head, I mean, it's not right. And one more coach is no contract. Now one is a contract there comes with responsibilities. Into some more contractor, it comes with responsibility. Into a coach is be or a form one. You see, we want you to win trophies. When we need trophy, it me fire out. Into the only contract. One man contract. How do you give the person responsibilities? Ultimate man responsibilities. Biasa. What you say, not just say, and one say, as a group here, yedi. And me, I look at this, do as a group, you need to crack. Because one to me, yet the same thing now expect different results. The biani, a can into your coaches, can into your weaker, and everything is surrounded the Black Stars. So when you're Black Stars, you're more contract, you're more fee. I mean, Master, if the coaches don't go under contract, then we shouldn't expect something good from them, because one man contractor, how do you assign him to other responsibilities and other challenges? You can challenge the person. So I mean, more contract like this, you need to take us to this level. You do this level, we increase it to this level. You will increase your contract into this level, and I say the agreement the Kessben you will increase your say. What me you say, Maya, you will do say. Sana your contract. But one in our coach say okay, I would have a coachy blast us, and one answer me coachy. Was the same when you pretend to treat me well, I also pretend to be working.
And now, what this handsome way at their two jam and their four coaches, also coaches, no, and Rambotin on Becassa say, Nya dear, you two moka. Weekend the Ghana Premier League matches Saudo Ebebasso. Accra Lions and Isu Atremai. SK Mawuli Clue and the best center referee. Nations FC has work and the Bobo Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex. Mohammed Mesbao and the best center referee. Brekum Chelsea Asante Kodako Golden City Park. George Mawuli Vemawo center referee. Bechem United and the Dreams and the Bobo. Daniel Ni Lai and the best center referee. Other games Sebekoso. Bazake Holy Stars and the Mediama Sporting Club. Julian Nunu and the best center referee. Young Apostles and the Diana Stars and the Bebo. Emmanuel Graham and the AS center referee. Kondo Heart of Lions, Womani Baby and the Gold Stars, Charles Bulu and the best center referee. Legon Cities and the Karela and the Bebo. Reginald Collins Amwa and the best center referee. Samates and the Vision and the Airborne. Dr. Imoro Ibrahim and the AS center referee. No me di ama weekendi games I would do them etimi akoso. Well, weekend games I would do eba because that's the work head coach Abubakar Watara. And your business says so coach over 7 months in Yemen Koye and Fama Cross work Bobo Ekono. 7 months abeso Jumedian. Ochiremwa. One who build the house of Boko. Or no dear 7 months so una beti maternal calculations so by 7 months 90 a yawa dwen se ye ba be pamono ni menime ya wo de obe sofa pa se wo dwen sa se be pamono no no nyi ni se ni menime e na be pamono no ba e be build across book Bobo coach Abubakar Watara.
I don't know, you are my accountant. You are counting 7 months. I'm here. All this. The football is not mathematics. 1 + 1 is 2. No. If you want to ask me that, come in my office. We sit down. I will give you the explanation about the biology, why the muscle to develop, how many months, how many weeks before. As a folk, we are prepared a team. When you give 8 years or we are going to 9 years of Guardiola, you can't ask him that question. Me, I'm building the team, you are making your analysis. You are right. But the way you are free to say, to think your things, the same, I'm free hand to do my job. If you're not happy because I make 7 months, you are content or this, you will suffer because I'm here for a long time. Okay? Now, I tell you, last year I made a team. I don't talk about the players. I made the team. And some of the individuals are good players, but the mentality is not working with me. That's why.
Coach Abubakar Watara was I'm here for long until say wo de wa say be pamune na nime ya obe junisa na so be sofa because ono dwumedi oba be di no wo build the team no. How's the work coach ne nsɛm a ɔde ato dwa no yɛnkɔ Golden City Park weekend yi ɛhɔ ɛna Kumasi Asante Kotoko ne Brekum Chelsea ɛbɛbɔ Zakaria Fuseni wakasa ɛde afa game a ɛda wɔ manim against Kotoko no
Sunday na games against Kumasi Asante Kotoko nyina sin enim na very tough because we have expectations from here and supporters of Kumasi Asante Kotoko so omo expectations na was so and okay yebo home I think say mostly no etumi every matches ni nyina because the previous matches I think say yabo draw 2 and yawini 2 the last 4 games yabo nti a game we season so a first home yambo Brekum and playing our first home game Brekum I think say supporters in the be expect more from us and preparation yes we go so na we are ready say yebema supporters na ni agi Nyame bo Sunday che fans ne say de bia menya kwanya na
Zakaria Fuseni was fans no omunya abotre Sunday 3 points no ebeka eye Golden City Park Emmanuel Sapon ono so ye Brekum Chelsea player ono so de bi atoa so Abraham ne Kotoko enable weekend
also Oma build a new team. I think say half of the players go and Oma add up so I think say 3 players pay free you ball last year no you know your question no to be understanding no there was a new team I was share there I feel na the understanding I feel no better ho ase what you say by any boy ho ache a free move a amankuna move a oni ba bi ode ball neto obia move obia nim because ya boy ho ache nti me kan say enya de a be too difficult ya de a dada ti me kan say omo na afi na ombe jele what you say we making new team to afi na ombe jele but yen de ya boy ho ache ti me kan say Sunday game no a bit difficult but at the end you know you carry the maximum points. Last season the same thing you carry the day into this season on Sunday may I Brekum Chelsea supporters they should come in their numbers share Brekum Chelsea to victory yeah more money mungwasi you make sure say we are ready we are well prepared physically mentally yeah fit and yeah ready for Sunday game to me promise you on Sunday no we have nothing to give them than to give them the 3 maximum points. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Emmanuel Sapon where you play osina kan edema Brekum Chelsea and ono so edena no to game edo me ma bra me Kumasi Asante Kotoko be Stephen Bedu enso akasa wo so boase we se kan de match gold pen to nim say the city and it is a Kumasi Asante Kotoko be so boase Lenkles posted them eyema na supporters eba resource pe eni adia ebetima twe supporters no ede aba
Obuasi was for Gophers and then Adam Semina never on Obuasi. Ashgood, Gophers ni Ashgood Beji Eboso. But Kotoko and Obuasi Nankasa, they like football, football. And we have a lot of Kotoko supporters there. So the only thing is, if Kotoko is playing well, they will omenya match and definitely they will go to the stadium because Kotoko ni Obuasi, I think there's no rivalry behind him. Inti adi on betimi ayama Boasifo na timi support to one say they should just come and win or play good games. And also they should make room omunye bibi ma Boasifo no eninje. Also Boasifo na nigia because you omunya ball beyond show ho ntino they will be forced to throw their support behind Kotoko and then support them well. Until go for sana as good or more issue no best resolve no best but be crampo and sign by as good they will continue to support Kotoko or something. The only thing is football there at the Obama supporters no Eddie which and so money and say you give them the results nothing but the results because fine football fine.
Stephen Bedu and this handsome way at their tujam at their far a Kumasi Asante Kotoko team so kwen bia so some of say supporters the body or boss for or more per ball into was omomo resource no e wo fimpo manson and so a coach at the goal stars weekend wo mo kokpando Abraham Lions and a kwakobo a difficult game winning some fimpo manson kan e the game no
early days yet But then Lions, it's not like the Lions we knew last season. Now they've also started winning. They've won one, drawn one. So it tells you the kind of confidence or a team they have. Like I said earlier, it's going to be a difficult game. All the games are going to be difficult. But with this will be our first away game, and we'll know how to go about it. Well, it's still.
Frimpa Manson, somebody to John was Lions last season. Now, Mobile League, the Lions assessor into a difficult game and a Gold Stars Airco, no Metima Kwakobo coach Kessben Mingle. When he has a work in the weekending, was it this season? The Butanians away games there. Last season, woman your points, Papa be our way. League group so yeah, they also picking points our way. And with this season there, away no, one try some picking points our way. Ahead of one more game woman has a Baba weekend.
Last season, the away matches were not good for us. But this season, we've strategized for the away games. And we're going to pile up a lot of points in our away games. We go in a different approach when we are playing away games.
Where in summer coach Kessben Mingle coach at the Nations FC, one also a day atuga. Yeko Vision FC, one more about Premier League, one more airborne modern match day 3, match day 4. Coach Nana Jema was match after match, game after game, bia and what approach woman di ebewrem.
Football club, we're taking it one game after the other. We're not, there is no way we're going to come up and say we're going to go beating. You never know what will happen tomorrow, but of course we're taking it game by game. We're not going to go ahead of ourselves. Next game we're going to Samatex. We know that they are big, so we're going to go there with a different game plan. Whatever that comes out of it, of course, we're going to continue to develop that.
Where in summer Nana Jema, we coach a day Emma Bobo Kwefen Vision there to just a game after game or say summer test. And yet Team Kitwa a difficult game in a weekend or Mokwakobo Dobi Otando and so assistant coach at the Ediana Stars. Weekendy womoso a game a basso. Was it how many problem here with the team? No, how many players na kasa to weekendy they will give them the best of results.
No problem. We don't have any problem as where I'm sitting from. There's no problem. Meka say and I initially you say over anxiety. And rush for success. And sometimes all rush will bring so team. So we've seen the mistakes. We'll go down back and talk on it. And then we trust that our fourth game will be good.
Trust that our fourth game will be good. Where in summer coach W Otando what they are to the coach Ibrahim Tanko wasn't on your name spas this season. Accra Lions ebe suffer because most of the players we make jomo kwai amomoko into no from the 5th week and a players are more answer come we make me a blendy coach Ibrahim Tanko.
Problem first 5 matches because we transfer almost 9 players and we have 9 new players starting 11. So definitely we know we are going to have a problem, but as time goes on, I believe that we will be more secured and then get our points.
Ibrahim Tanko ahead of Ghana Premier League was it from the 5th week, and that one benyama level here because Oma transfer bear 8 to 9 players in every team no more Amoma. Jimmy Kobler, your coach at the Macarella. Was it a pressure there? Or baby out the top of the league, you cry pressure war and until match day 4. And your problem be the yen say players on Sakamono. I was say Bobo kwa your friend of Carella Omotia say youth players and Omasha say you suomo.
We've been talking about it, and by the time we play 10 games or by the time the window opens, we'll know where to go. But for now, we're keeping it. Well, it's very early, as you say. Half of this game, there's always pressure. Even when you are at the top, there's pressure on you to keep it up. And so when you are down there, there's pressure on you to come up. So half of pressure is part of us, and we are used to it. Well, as you know, we have a young team. And I said it from the beginning, but we should take our time for them. They will build up into the competition, into the league. And so we are still working on them, and I believe that they will come.
Coach Jimmy Kobler, a coach at the Macarella Bobo Kono Ghana Premier League weekend matches out on Baba. So Division 1, so Shasi, Division 1, Park Academy, 1 minute dwarfs and a ball our Sunday, our offense. So Park Academy one and the Dwarfs and the Baba Sunday or fin so Park players and the coaches ahead of Dwarfs game season is chance one more actual margin at their farm.
I better there because first game and first game be about very aggressive very decisive so be about 5 points and here's what your coach are kita no my juma pen so ombana mobile no me say like mobile be approve actually coach in one way or the other but there's also being Park in a higher fortress until me 5 points so regardless how they are prepared biano you better try say you go for victory is assured.
Oh, there be pressure be any so and say na your first season na me hu say na ebobi no say na ebo no so dey na pressure be any so this year na abo hu asa nya experience ne dey any pressure be pressure na nkasa na ye na so I want it here
and the schedule also so on my mature side on my experienced team and more into last season you know mobile last but one match and from there also you will be say your best at but the bit my can say this season you are a new level and you don't move to baby or say you don't inshallah
buy any day like a mama man fit baby and I'm one or more Jamie Fefe so say they like number stars no yeah Park Academy team paying for any officials for any like or more coming me good yeah
Sunday na league in start against Dwarfs mo come say
yeah like yeah operation be yeah operation 3 points now
Dabi minimum pressure we were pressure team but minimum pressure I do what I'm expected and see it's normal game to me and main promise the game will speak for itself Mombra na be entertaining Nyamaka is Gibia ba de da kwem nti obi bia mbongo den so obeba na wa be support in here more support supporters in ho so that it me ama Park no in expectation na ewo ho no it me akoyi na ndoma fine so
league no
Park Academy ahead of almost weekend games and I say games against Dwarfs shene so say Access Bank Division 1 games no so be chase yemfa local stories in isia awo Mohammed atana se sanso na se Franco Naro and so atana se Franco Naro ma men chase yemfa free wo ho
okay I'm saying some day between your proposal ma men chase in national level in free national level, now for Yemfamra club level. First of all, according to a Honorable Wayomi, ranking member for Parliamentary Select Committee for Sports, the minister has failed, especially when it comes to football. I say Honorable Mustafa Yusuf, MP and Sports Minister, has failed when it comes to football. First of all, offer the Ministry of Youth and Sports now, honestly, a very broad area. You look at the youth, and then you look at the sports bit of it. Youth, I think, say, it can't be under the jurisdiction of more youth development centers, some various parts of the country. And when it comes to in terms of infrastructure, at the youth level, communities, it's difficult for you to see that they've not done well in that area. May concern with these numerous astroturfs within the communities, here for the youth, but the youth, the young boys and girls do not have access to these pitches. Now, we are in fancy, and to honor so say. Adwaman sabana woni sika obetima kutua kobo astroturf no park na ne dawa na ye kwatreko free school ba ya no atambo de akoto so na obo no eni ya na astroturf enti akwada no ontumi mobiem 200 Ghana cedis na ye gye no se nkwada maako aduo ni so mbebo so agi so obi atua 10 cedis no no ko school asan na odeko. So I still think that as a country these numerous astroturf na ya the policy governing it and the fact that the ordinary Ghanaian boy ebinya access to it na a big failure
on the part of Eye and Painfua, Aya Street, no more so, and it's something they have to look at it again. Sorry, Anye Ukrano, and Kebia 3 times in a week, within some period, Ebia from 3 to 5, a free from Kra of this year group. Yen Tumia Sanchez no munya access, or munya feel no, a very important. Put that one aside. I think, sir, Honorable Wayomi concerns is got to do with sports. Now, sports no, was zeroing it down to a football. In fact, I think that under the leadership of Honorable Mustafa Yusuf, and yet only football nkwano mafili, ofa athletics. Now, after competitions are in recent times.
So, would you two say football mafili?
Of course.
Okay.
Now, for even boxing, Oshe Olympics are koye, and even qualification in the various there and who are ding. Ubi say who say Yababe do level say the friend of tartan tracks, and this are near many why a ding ukruma. What kind of mechanisms near there fine Yajia to say Bukra has a competition here, but scholarship or a demand quada or more selling. Ewo secondary schools kebia secondary schools and Takonia di say Ashanti regional nan kebia o region bia ye 10 scholarship available for excelling young Ghanaian athletes nan kebia omotumi e de tukwan na ya hekoro befa so akọ develop no mabeboy. It start with whether the country will have partnership with some of these countries and as a binary ni sika beboa. And no idea, it still comes under the direction and the auspices of the national, the sports ministry. Football proper, which is the passion of the nation. Obviously, Black Stars keep failing in tournaments. You talk about the World Cup 2022. You talk about the African Cup of Nations 2 Ayako. Nina group stage na ye free. You changing coaches any day and koyi. Na the MS Mijidi man be Kessben a major national stadiums and they qualified to host international competition.
Yeah.
And I think say these are big embarrassment, big failure, and on that score I will agree with Honorable Wayomi. Say the minister has not lived up to the billing. Black Stars performance, it is a bit difficult to put it directly the blame on the minister. Because you have a problem with regards to administration of the Black Stars where the ministry is responsible. It be a campaign, flight, arrangement, baby omubeda, bonus maye, ana bonus aba. Under his leadership, I think one thing Omar handled very well. Players, omo remuneration, say your bonuses, your pay them, and they have even succeeded in keeping it private. Into those aspects they've done well. I think
for only Black Stars.
For Black Stars.
Oh, okay.
But you see, related to that, dear Stephen Bedu, say national team, the coaches now. Omumra out, no mekasa. You see, that's another area they have failed because the national team is for the people of Ghana. Enti ekwebisono adenti and the national team coaches under 17 for both men and women, under 20 and under 23 coaches here Jumana into Omuka. Why? One day on a said yes to Omuka no supposed so muji Omaketua. Mamma a classical example, Milo by Yinedi, and the any Milo ni problem. Only last 2 weeks, I think about 2 weeks or 10 days ago, and I made to say, Sika kono sika das wakem. Na the ahum tene say on say okofa international lawyers momu the case in the case. Maybe this is an exclusive. I've not heard it on air anywhere. Abaye no penyin for ministry ni penyin for pa chow say omunyi case in mrefi na ombetu eska no. And the lawyers and say they have done their filing, their everything, they've done their work. And to say sikepne momu case in the befia omu de omu sike deal them pay their legal fee no. They will take. CK agreed based on assurances. Said, no, now the lawyers are on CK threatening to sue him
for non-payment.
For non-payment of their legal fee. Assess or they saying a task they have duly performed. nti eno no ye problem e wo sisi e me ka de aba besi e kwan ye fa so treat ye ne ya de hye our own how we treat them very very bad, very embarrassing. What they back to U17, U15, U19 ne hwa coaches na Stephen Bedu say yentio mu komumra bonte meka no. You see, it doesn't start from there. A shall see free bride dear Jumane Momono. We a professional coach, near Sibeji under 17 year or any bisasana contract no way. Most of them don't have any contracts. No more ye Jumano. Inti si entua wo kakra de obetima yanze bia wadamfo nsentro ni bi no afre no ebepe ne yintua mekawu. The funny thing is that most of these coaches are okay even though they are not being paid. Why? Akodru players awofo any omu agents any national team coaches. Players awofo any omu agents any omu club owners any national team coaches. Na wa wuntimi ntua no unim boko kanyame ni kura na unya bi mo because o papa metua o mama metua o club na de o buy ni ntua ana o agent ntua coach no so ye adwuma di dida back on my hwe ne school fees na da bia wo te camp won mu training players. How does he survive? Inti amobeye di inti basa we don't get the best from the youth level, nurture them to the highest level. To see a penny idea, let's put the structures right. The first thing is to ensure that even how we assign national team to coaches, some of them are your friends and cronies. Any idea you made the momo. Obuwa the national team namano on some fata there are better qualified coaches there. But Sabani is ready to obey to regularly. Ebemo contract. Na yenye scrutinize the processes that lead to the appointment of the coaches to they qualified and they are paid promptly. Then yebenye nya ejina so. Na yaka say nipa sumesi a wo fa no aden na we mfa no ne aden no. We can so the whole thing is not properly done. And then or the say Likasle na the old coaching England national team. Interim basis no. He was under 20 coach. Ufa Obiti said the Uja Jumai to Honanu ya
Southgate.
Gareth Southgate. He was also U21 coach. And the national team no penyin free one years or Michelle because ono na atitin kwadani bebre ya nei omama choabe senior team no. Into senior team net every omra. And Gareth Southgate for me, even though I win a trophy, but we improve the English team. In the sense, yen share youth teams in the world into no. So national team ni dampanya. Ye niya kukodro say ye free under 23 coach and under 20 coach. So if you know me for team on interim base. So we are just pretenders. We pretend to love our game, but we are refusing to do the basic right things right. And it's the reason we find ourselves in where we are. Yebeka kofa politicians here and saying omope to me. Ne form manifesto. Ubehu bosha kese as if see edoma be gina so monko bragaton. Why ne betime dwanenum? Why ne betime ahye bo akese? Mema po abeda kumase, mensume yesei. Efri na kokra mo be ko school elu play mu owiem. Obi dwanenum, bragaton. We are pabam no ko. Enti we are just pretending that no crane said some no names on to me yet. I had to say until we occupy by any lie. Only Nancy some of the common a Japan qua the Obeka. Our Fabi two team. Yet the beyond a Drusa stage or Mocano crane. Obek can send be brave or bois. The open or carry no nya on the corner or sene. Enti a sad. Stephen Bedu akasa na se coaches ni betia asem fufuro. Kwame week 3 of Ghana Premier League.
Yes.
I'm say referees no man je headlines.
There be any week 2 nyina.
Obo poor referees in the lineup no. And me feel say see a ball mabaso. Because for week 2, week 3, I think the referees were relatively good. Okay. Yeah, in your headlines say referee we are. Now GFA reduce referees to I think 36. The names near names a mood. Shekotokone young apostles. In the German Vilai. Me who say player back one name you look rashi corner sushi. The body language in the dimina original page no. He's a boss. What I say? To me. Now names na everybody no let's hope they will continue to do their best. Look, South Ghana Premier League asha. First round they may miss you. Money being the shebi. Obia bo competitively at points in the first round. That's the Ghana Premier League.
That's the second round. So you bought 4 points.
Okay. He drew on my Kwame, become Chelsea boys national say kasa. Emmanuel Sapon Edin Komo kakra. Na no kwasem ne say Chelsea team ne a mature team. A mature team. Kotoko we adwuma ye. I say only 3 of the team in the frame. Now fa
say mienu na ba Kotoko.
Left back and right back.
Jose is now your most strong side weapons. In fact, Lord Amoa produced most of the assists, initiated most of the attack last season. But they found replacement. Unim say Kuisamobodu Semisra reverted to 3 back. Last year me check I think say na Fuseni Zakaria ni the main anchor man. Or Mohammed Sedu, and then this boy Benjamin Ewua as the 3 backs. Now the good old Collins Amiao, free Chelsea back or Tokosako back no, the name for no friend energy. Ujra in Finfi honum Collins Amiao. Omoni Mohono Nefe front 3 no. Chelsea front 3 no. Mishak every year. Mishak led the goal. Mishak every year. No lady go kina at a point in time and I would to Kwanyanko or Sabai. Stephen Amankwana Obienim, the last season's goal king. And Samuel Sapon ya and in the year interview CCA.
Emmanuel
Sapon. The Nene Casa CCA. Into the front trainer. Emmanuel Sapon, Misak a free year and Amankwana. A strong team.
David Yokan ko place na nim say asebo ka say ko dey say no ma form team no to mo njele ye die ya boache
boy ba ko dey say Ernest Manku yeri u say why boy doni Monkurina medine ana me break Monkurina ono ne Collins Ameya na pivot middle ho then they have 2 boys on the flanks omo front 3 no a matured play together, they have some understanding.
Of
course.
Awa, Fabi Soso.
Nanka Watara na me pese me kachire ka krebi se na damu. Team building no so all building no. Ha si do mu ni abutru.
So pese we so mbe pomona you keep on suffering.
So be fizi ebe pamna the person will keep suffering. O ade ba ko pen e be keeping the job. Results. Results.
Was it be so building team do the results masa.
Results. He's here for long. Aye. Na juma na de ne betra.
You Awa.
Well, Mickey, I think that my interest wo WAFU B tournament and
okay.
I think that a very good exercise. I benya ewo Cote d'Ivoire, Abidjan, and recently this couple of team now coach Desmond Ofe Egada Yan winning the All African Games MIN, but some of them every maybe Kukwabuchi, Abdulaziz Issa was a typical example. Emmanuel Eji of Dreams FC as you see, and also Wenyane Ho Israel. Michael Efsin, the one who led the attack for Samatex FC in their game against Raja Casablanca, was also one of the guys. And that's Jerry, a free striker. And I think it's a very good side coach, Desmond Efe, Ebelde, Obien with the template of football on Modibai. But Mickey, one thing is say under 20, no, say yen team qualify, and no problem, no. And these under 20 in those past years have served as the backbone of our national team.
Yeah.
It will maybe I fall on them. No amona babe replacing and paying for more within our national team. No. And ye be I say the squad built by the late Emmanuel Kosia Frani, Omono Modia call your first worker. Michael Esi Moni Sulemuntari squad. No. And of course, Obeka coach Celestete Bobo, and also that 2009 victorious squad, called Rwanda, Echo conquer Africa, Esa call Egypt, Echo conquer the whole of the world. Omono Mobeji and Black Stars at a point in time. Yes, in as much as Obeka is to time, in 2021, we went all the way to Mauritania. Echo board that under 20 AFCON, Edgy, Abdul Fattah Issa more time, no, any. Danlad money free baniemo, but unfortunately yentimi anko World Cup no ewo Indonesia due to COVID by when AFCON because was South Africa and Mickey with these squads babe and these countries Togo, Benin, Niger, they might be coming with different ideas and say your money and say already you cry that from yentimi qualify. At least we should be able to account for this group and make sure say be do any more I bet me the opportunity to make it to South Africa 2025 and how many about that AFCON 2025 for under 20 championship no
last edition you qualify
you qualify
anko championship
yes near choir was 2021
okay
and near Mauritania
Zito Diano
Karim Zito I know but due to COVID World Cup now so that was the unfortunate incident by due to COVID. At that time, no, COVID but this time around we have to make sure say qualify.
Okay.
Then no my opportunity say to me boy home or main AFCON then you can go to Chile 2025. I know by the world under 20
championship.
And that has always been the backbone of the Black Stars own. And I think say coach Desmond of me say obetimi kitwe be on sports minister any coaches. Mickey president or appointing ministers now obomudi no ma parliament na vetting committee ya vet yo ya approve omo we say mo letters
yes
ye chiro mo conditions of service ana me boa
yes
sending na ketua bem that then ye ma coaches contract ayem yentua mo ka say yentimi a at least ye man ye standardize say bia under 17 from ma to mema obia at least aketua ebodi ibia minimum ebia we under 17 ma coach ebia Ghana government through the Ministry of Sports ebetimi amount say suggesting ebia at 3,000 Ghana waji say 5,000 say me anim say yetua woka awewo sema say Franco Kai no a very 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 strong case because yentua yen coaches in ka nti say players no mo awofo any omo agents any omo clubs that's the reason why we can't get the best out of the under 17 under 20
okay
see, consistently yentimi qualify because the better players now omunimbo no omunuro unimbo kura we say wontua no onko nti Black Stars no ebeko so awo from sa this is the major issue we need to solve say pese ko anima
this is the major issue I was say solve a benitentimi to adwumedie ni so biom extra time and I hear live e Kessben television so yedi besi ya china no pa ye besa nso no mahia ne da gudi wunsem asanso abremo biom ye da masese mo hwe adwumedie